last week, the week of the end, so we've been there now. Well, still last week. We're now doing on YouTube. We've been there now, they talk about who that? Salon Parliament. Yes. Salon Parliament. Salon Parliament be one for live big life. Big man life. Salon Parliament. One live big man life. And no trouble. Hey! Pa money business. Then na bra. So as the documents come on ado, we all around with her. I think say this one at the parliamentarian and no more. Na them be feel to say it go happen ba. Because nobody no supports them. Nobody not supports them. But the speaker not being glad. Speaker not being glad. Not glad today, not glad tomorrow. I don't know if I go able to use the word furious. You know, like how man don't dream gently. And it been so come close to the gently. We don't feel say don't almost touch the gently like for life. For life. I don't touch her. So look at back. Then they can't stop you say no. No to ya. The speaker use some adjective them. Dishonesty, betrayal. Where what make me question say for say let me don't agree on. For say they be don't agree on. Now we just can't pass them. Now the alala o alala. Now the alala o alala. Now you make them can say you know what thing. But let man them begin back up. Let man them begin back up. Usman Bobangura, they give 15 minutes first. If they go wait for 15 minutes where you can't something go nonsense. If you can't continue this, where they go now, you need to see nothing from here again. But go wait for say for 15 minutes. Let it pick sense. Some of them are still. I don't give you 15 minutes, let it go pick sense. If you come back, it be say no pick sense. Well, would they slam the door on your face? For say them be don't agree, or somebody now go tell the speaker say, "Brother, this will be pass on this time." This will be pass on this time because it's do all the man don't agree. The clerk puts for I call myself domestic servants. The speaker puts for security, or give them money for life, or $50,000 equivalent. All in suites of office then they be don't come so close. Also sign here. All the man begin talk. Eh? Okay. I be say you don't watch the video. Oh, they play video now. They are going. They able give me. Eh? If you be watching my video, I dey give per audio. Come say for one kind size small. Let us listen.
I, Honorable Alpha Amadou of the All People's Congress Party, I am going against this bill on the simple reason. One, we are saying we are facing economic challenges in this country, Mr. Speaker.
I want that statement for the record. I consider this the epitome of hypocrisy. It is an affront to the administration of Parliament and affront to our very consciousness. So the leadership of Parliament.
The well of the Saloon Parliament, Thursday, April 6, 2023, at some point been get hot as MP them from the main opposition APC and the ruling SLPP misrode on the idea for support the Parliament Act of 2023. When a bill for look inside issue them, we get for do with forgive more meaning and trend to the Saloon Parliament as it is now, but same also for address the welfare of MP them during and after them come out Parliament, like gratuity, pension, and plenty other goodies them. In short, plenty people don't refer to this bill as the Parliament Welfare Bill, and at the C4C MP where they represent constituency 23 na Kono District, Honorable Musa Fofana, present them na the well of Parliament.
Hold on for we, yeah? Abdul like Blan in the report. Kono. So somebody be need for be bold. For go learn. Yes. Somebody need for be bold. That last one they deny. They hide behind this and that, not so we this and that. But this time around, it look like say them be feel say they don't law be done to all the man. Uncle from Kono, I make the mind. Say Bradis. Me. Na me they go there. But the confidence don't say this will they pass out. They pass out neat, clean. And me they look for that. Then say for mix agidi for lepet. So to in the tino. Now they go feed that. Because if they never can learn, then they discuss her. If you say I just want call Kono in name by waiting. You know, yeah? Okay, well, listen back. Would I go there? Listen. Abdullah, they tell Weber.
Bill and at the C4C MP where they represent constituency 23 na Kono District, Honorable Musa Fofana, present them na the well of Parliament.
You know, you know, eh? C4C MP. Uncle Fofana, Honorable. And I make the mind. Say me, when I give me no money, I go there. I go present a ma. If they not be present and they not for discusser. So now begin first by the man who make mind. Because if you make mind say me, na me they can me are the presenter, then you na be number one first will be the BNM. If now all been agree, but now you don't choose. Well, must know why they choose you for go presenter. Kono. In fact, una you own right now, eh? Okay, loud they go.
The Parliament Act is for timely. It has 7 parts. The preliminary part of this document.
They talk about Amo. There are 7 parts there inside it.
It's talking about the interpretation. Part 2 is talking about the establishment of the Parliament Commission.
You see the area, eh?
The side note says the same. Part 3 leadership and governance of Parliament, considering leadership of Parliament.
What's Orlando? It goes away.
Part 4 is talking about establishing the parliamentary service. The side note is talking about the parliamentary service. Part 5 is talking about the financial provision.
Financial provision. Part 5 for Parliament.
The financial provision, the side note is talking about the annual budget of Parliament.
The budget of Parliament, the annual budget of Parliament. By the side note, by that financial day.
Part 6 is talking about salaries and other benefits.
Part 6, they talk about the salaries and other benefits them. What's in at the side note?
For good deep inside.
Oh, you're not talking? Huh? All right, Abdullah, continue, sir.
This bill, part 6 of we talk about salaries and other benefits. Clause 33, subclause 3A1, make provision for make the outgoing Speaker of Parliament for take with one of the official motokadem as in own. 2, forget 3 security personnel them when at the state for Giam, and 3, forget home furniture money when about 50 million old Leones.
Tell me why the speaker no go vex. Eh? He don't give him say he don't get one by the official motokade. But then tell me the one where you been deeper. No, you need go to. Eh? They say 3 security personnel them. They say Papa be don't give yourself now. In furniture there. When they tell her, I said, oh, 50 million are they buget. Say, we don't give away. So, una wait. But you na hear this. And say, that on chair where they na the dong pala, you say they can't go na binti, but you say they can't go there again. Hey, Sarah Leone. Speaker, we don't envisage. Don't put by the motoka. Official vehicle. Pakaba of blessed memory. It look big. It say some of the properties them with the speaker. Me get strade. Dr. Abass Bundu. He sees them. We cancel, collect all back. Okay. You don't say the speaker no forget no more talk about security guard for there only grand picking the I beg. That's some now left and save.
Other provision them under this clause say MP them we don't serve 2 terms and speaker we don't serve 5 years. Forget monthly pension we for equal 80% of the salary we them be the gets. And the same thing apply to the outgoing clerk of parliament we don't serve for 5 years. For MP them, we serve for just 1 term of 5 years. This bill proposed say them forget one bulk payment of $50,000 in equivalent to Leones. This plus medical and plenty other benefits them. Therefore, MP them, the Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Parliament, and serve the Clerk of Parliament inside this welfare bill. But distant to the first term, where the Salon Parliament don't attempt for bring this kind bill to themselves na the well of Parliament. The first document like this been leaked 1 year ago, and because plenty people been criticize them, good fasting, they make all the MP them, including the Clerk of Parliament, disown them and say it not been come out from them. Now na the moment of truth. With this welfare bill don't show in face na the well of Parliament, and even the Clerk of Parliament, Honorable Pagan Tagawali, being witness na the well of Parliament for battle this bill.
Today, we are going to witness a codification of all of those laws.
The clerk, na in the talk so, Honorable Pagan, if we say Well, they don't learn. On Fofana, yes, from Kono. You don't do your work. But you go present no more. We present to me the kind side. I can't use some words them for say today. Now like manna from heaven, I don't fall past Salon Parliament. Enjoyment take go. You just can't serve no more. No catch it for nothing again. Will they pay say die? Cause you get money like that. Okay. Yes, sir. Continue, Mr. Clark.
And actions into one codified document.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, what we are about to witness this afternoon is not a new law.
Yeah, you. Now they tell you say this one not a new law. Papa God. Anyway, well, a campaign. Continue.
What we are about to witness this afternoon is a law that will codify all of the necessary actions and series of laws that deal with Parliament in one form or the other.
As I stand.
Okay. Allow them. We go define area. A campaign speech.
I feel emotionally down but physically strong to support this bill. The reason I'm emotionally down.
Listen, Uncle the talk. Why in the emotionally down? But what's not the reason? Why are they emotionally down?
Why do we have to wait until we have lost 6 of our members before?
Trust politician. He said the reason why they emotionally down because they lost 6 members of parliament. But in Besam per health. Yes. In Besam per health. They lost 6 members of parliament. But they are fumble them. Amos people them. Sierra Leoneans them. Across the country. We don't die because of poor medical facilities. You answer that question there.
Bring a good bill to this house. Today, we have lost 6 of our members who are supposed to be here with us, but they are not here. And these 6 people lost their lives because there was inadequate medical facility for honorable members.
But this bill start forget doubt where the APC MP from Kalbatong and other area them na constituency 114 at the eastern part na Freetown. Honorable Mfa Sori Kuruma take the floor and question how timely this bill day for now.
Kalbatong in the house. Kono do presentation. Kalbatong na him begin talk.
We have a lot of who are about it being just the welfare and salaries of members of parliament. For me, my position is parliament has to run. The affairs of parliament has to be taken care of. And for me, my intervention here is brief. And I'll leave you with a question. And the question is, we want to ask about the timeliness of the bill. The timeliness of the bill. Is it good timing? Is it prudent decision? Is it the right timing?
Uncle, where can I say? Uncle Kuruma, where can I say? He asked for the timing of this bill. The timing. Now be the question. Well, Uda can make poto coach fire. Wait.
and the real support Miss Wood for this bill reach the term with the APC MP for constituency 115 na Wellington and other area them na Freetown. Honorable Alpha Amadou Ba no been waste time for condemn this bill totally and call for make MP them no agree for them.
So Kalbatong they ask say the timing. Wellington say Kalbatong, you dey part timing. Wait, let me kind say. Nai kotobakamu. Yeri no more now.
I heard Honorable Quintin Salia Kone referring to the death of 6 parliamentarians.
So he say in yeri, Honorable Kone, Uncle Kone, na be they talk about that 6 parliamentarians. Say he feel sad, the energy. He say but because they lost 6 parliamentarians them. So, Honorable Kotoba, now they talk so now. It's a be Honorable Kone they talk so we lost 6 parliamentarians. And so, in the continue.
Indeed, yes, we don't have medical facilities. We are all victims of that situation.
We don't get medical facility. We are all victim of that situation. We Sierra Leoneans, we all are victim of the situation.
But I know each and every life in Sierra Leone is equally important.
I know say all the life in this country important.
The life of the MP.
The MP in life.
The life of the minister.
The minister in life.
The life of the president.
The president in life.
The life of the leader of the opposition.
The leader of the opposition self in life, it matter.
Are just as equally important as the life of the ordinary citizen.
It's just that the same life we all get. And one shot now again at this world do.
That's what we don't be. While we are saying 6 MPs have died over 5 years here.
Whoa, team up they can't talk say 6 MP they don't die over 5 years. 6 MP now they die over 5 years because of lack of medical.
Over 100, 200, 300, 1,000 people have been dying because of lack of medical facility.
It's about over 100, 200, 300, over 1,000 people and don't die na Salome because of lack of medical facilities.
And so, Mr. Speaker, that is my own.
Allow him.
Then begin bombard them. Then begin bombard and say, who's can talk this way? They can't talk now. Who's can talk? The speaker say, una allow him talk. Una allow him.
No, order. Allow him.
Before I will be disrupted, let me state my position because
Uncle Ba say, before they can ambog the talk what they talk, let's tell them my position one time.
I know at the end of the day, people will tend to disrupt me.
Because I know say, they don't aim. Now for me can able to talk with you, I want talk.
I am urging this house not to ratify nor pass this bill because it is not timely.
I dey urge this house, I dey make una inside here, make una not pass this bill. Because right now not a good timing.
It is not correct.
It's not correct,
It is not proper.
It's not proper, it's improper.
Let me proceed, Mr. Speaker. At least for record, record.
He say, they wanna get him in record. Say me. I was me and fail. I was me and. Okay.
Hold on. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Let's not belabor the point.
So because of Indon Kami don't talk so, the deputy speaker, Honorable Sengepo Thomas, after the speaker don't say we don't talk, we don't sit down, na him team up. He say now hold on. I get something for talk. Listen what he wants say.
Let's withdraw this bill.
He said let we recall the bill. Two people in the APC now don't grab. Say they no support. The clerk, he supports. Now first grab say this guy will be one kind big day manna from heaven they can down. Honorable Kone, we say 6 parliamentarian them. He supports. Now from the SLPP side. From the APC side, the one post his question, Wellington say, hey, no, Kalbato say, hey, the timing no. Wellington say me, first of all, you they take timing. Hey, I no support and fail. The deputy speaker say, you know what, before can begin get, because Allah don't begin kind say, let we withdraw the bill, yeah? Let we withdraw. Let we withdraw. I want this bill to be withdrawn immediately. Now that be go presenter. Not uncle from Kono. Okay.
As you see and hear, just after we Honorable Alpha Bar go against this bill, the leadership of the SLPP in the Salon Parliament been cut am short and look not glad with them. We will make the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Segepo Solomon Thomas, move motion for make MP them to weigh this bill na do. And before the leader of government business been second this motion, he been get this for say.
Since the first leaked document of our welfare.
Yeah. He said the first leak document of we own welfare. In me tell we say, now the leader of business. Now me tell we say, he said we are not ashamed of the bill. Then another bill will leak. He said we are not ashamed of the bill. We're possibly working for peer. Now it is reference to that first one. The first leak bill. Will the two they all be denied first? Okay. Now, they talk about listen.
Times without number, I have been talking about welfare. Not only MPs.
He said times without number, I don't talk now for welfare. So you know, say first of all, in one part the mastermind them behind this bill back. But because God don't come, well, get for pull on. But before they pull on, he get something for talk. And I they talk so. He said, don't they talk about welfare? Don't they talk about that?
Talking about welfare. Not only MPs. About everybody.
He said, not to MP no more, don't they talk for welfare. He said about everybody. Everybody that has in. Everybody has seen. Because it's everybody. Don't say everybody. He be including me there.
Section 74.4. I stood up and defended the article that the bill that it. I said we have right to our welfare.
I said we have right to our welfare. I stood up. It took on the last day when that document be leaked. They not be on them, but one kind way them be the defend them. And I be the person be the defend them. Then just the ask no more, who is the chair? Who is the chair? Who is the chair?
Let me go, please, Mama.
Hold on, please, Mama. Hey, who is the chair? Give me a chance, Mama. Hold on, please. Who is the chair? No more. Yeah, who is the chair? Who is the chair? Hey, hold on, please, Mama. Yes, sir.
Mama, wait. There was a time when people raised the issue of Eskimo death. I will question that one. Let me come, please.
Yeah, when I get a chance, they talk say the last APC raised the issue,
I can understand. But let me go further now. I told the clerk of parliament that my colleagues on the other side are going to play politics with me.
Hey, he say, he tell the clerk, say, in colleagues them on the other side, they go come play politics with the bill. You think say na politics then they play with the bill so? So for talk say this na the wrong timing. For talk say this na the wrong timing. Na politics then play with the bill. For talk say, you know who can't tell we say 6 parliamentarians die with thousands of challenges they die will not get medical. Now politics then play with the bill. He said because he tell us say the colleagues them on the other side get for can play politics with the bill. Okay.
I told this African here. They can attest to that. But let me go further to tell you. Now the gratuity is going to be calculated on fair basis. I will now talk to the Minister of Finance to go details.
So he said the gratuity he said the gratuity now then go calculate them on fair basis. He go talk to the Minister of Finance for make it go into detail. It's like into another one this where punishment they come.
What is not supposed to be done cannot be calculated. You are big government. For me, I don't tell the government. We can go. If you want money to be given to you, go to the bank. Go and take loan. Let us appreciate President View.
Uncle Lavexo. Eh? It don't vex. We need to appreciate President View. Who don't have money now, let go take loan in a bank. So na bo ampe una safe. Okay. Let it go.
Let me talk to words from Honorable Salah to connect. He said we are qualifying. We are not asking for anything more. I am passionate about the insurance scheme given to us.
I am passionate. We need to ask for anything more. Bra. 80% of which one they collect now for the collector's pension. We now have $50,000 equivalent. We now need to ask for more. Okay.
How can you make you property to our colleagues who have done? Let eternity gather rest in peace. But let me tell you, we cannot proceed. I am the leader of government business. My colleagues said, do not proceed.
Me not the leader of government business. We need to proceed. Huh?
It is an affront to the administration of Parliament and affront to our very consciousness. So the leadership of Parliament.
Yeah, it don't vex. It look like say them be don't time Maggie, but if you tell Posse say, you tell the clerk say, brother want the Uber and they don't go for agree. They go for count politics inside this. Ask again, now politics this, them play inside it. Now I say na fitiai to the parliament, na fitiai to the leadership. Okay.
Even the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abass Bundu, not been feel fine with this development and been full sleeve joined the debate for express in disappointment on the way and manner how Honorable Ba come out pandem.
This is the epitome of hypocrisy.
This is the epitome of hypocrisy. Now the one force. Hypocrisy. That's what the speaker say. This one where happen so. Now make they say wait. If he then only repeat like ever say, other than send go behind for go talk to the one in the. I mean they keep bulldoze for past thing. Why they not bulldoze? Why they not bulldoze that the eyes have it? Why them back down? I don't sabi this parliament for back down. No. I sabi this parliament for bulldoze. Paupa. It happen. Ma. Why them back down? Okay. The epitome of hypocrisy. Hypocrite who don't tie Maggie, who don't tie bagging, we can't come up and in a public. You know, like we get run in stomach. You don't take. Which one are you best run in stomach medication? Imodium. You don't take your Imodium. You do na house, you make say if I able go 2-3 steps before I come on house, no problem. As you jump on the street, the belly begins to you wait. Yeah, be the wait for like come on do. You know say we don't get Imodium. That's the epitome of hypocrisy. Like say you know get and wait till you feel say go able maintain them. Okay.
I want
He repeats them back.
The people who came to my chambers.
He said people and they we can in chamber. Imagine man for be get furniture, if for be get 3 security, that mutka we lek pa only mutka they for don't keep our sion. But now in the claim say people and they we can in chamber. What did them be tell you they can they? He say people and they will be can in chamber. We can plead for their welfare.
Say no to the bill before this.
One of the APC MP them will lead the process for put this welfare bill together. Honorable Mark Mahmoud Kaloko, waiting be non camp and calm, self no support this bill, but been just stand up na the fence and say it will be part of the MP them for the welfare committee for this bill, but not to buy in safe.
Mr. Speaker, I am in that committee, but not to represent myself.
He say, Kaloko say, immediate part two, but not to be by himself. Now, the village people, It means to say, now in party, he will represent, not to himself as in person. But wait, you say not to by himself, now village people, Now they will represent. Okay. Right. That will be by yourself. Okay. Now village people, and then be behind you.
I don't go there on my own volition.
I don't go there on my own soul. Aha.
I went there on the agreement of those who are in room 1.
I'll go there because them pick me. Now in agreement of what will be there. Now me them pick.
That's the only thing I want to clear. Thank you.
He said that they want clear because he named them again place. What to? Who that be represent APC? And he said, I'm not going by myself. My village people there. That the spirit carry me go there.
After all the forum and gap for sake of this welfare bill with Honorable Alpha Amadou Ba Rob Noropan, the Speaker of Parliament been finally put the question to MP them for sake of the motion with the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Segepo Solomon Thomas, move for make MP them to raise this welfare bill na do and na this been happen.
Those against the need. The eyes have it.
The eyes have it for Troe and Ado.
Motion is withdrawn.
The motion is withdrawn. Uncle from Kono, go take him back. Himself no can talk say, myself not to buy myself. And so the gameplay on Thursday na Parliament. We want to say thanks to Black TV Online because now through them make me and you be able for a read that. They're gonna wait for the bill. They're gonna wait. And through them, speaker be they so close. But the close was not close enough. Alright. Welcome on board, Uswen. A lot of things happen. Your summary for the week.
Yeah, a lot of things happen. Thank you so much, AAA, for giving me the platform. And thanks a lot for talking through. And thanks a lot for update to exactly issues that will happen recently. A lot of things that happen, but this is all that they come over how the lifestyle of people in there. We don't talk a lot in the week about the finance of the country, economy, how politicians they see how they behave in the parliament for try get. It all comes down to this issue where they allow the citizen their manifesto for override the politician their manifesto. It's very, very much a serious thing where they for try to look. It's like a battle they occur wherein the politician they always they look say then they try for can't tell we say that this they want to do. and then they try for see them commit to this. They want to let people adapt to how we able to change poverty. But the planning, then are the problem mostly of towards this development, and whose plan would then get how and when and how we be able to implant them policy. How we don't say, oh, now one way they can't make manifesto. But because most times then they allow themselves to become carried away with the selection and how then they pick their team, biasness, would I want for day in a place where he's supposed for doing work. When you talk of development, you get a whole ministry. So when you manifesto, they go with ministries and where you get sector, they will get for go into any action. If not agriculture, if not road, if not water, what are they get for pick for lay did it? You see the ministry winner, the one winner, the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. You go ask what in a young function where it can do for try get them manifesto, them plan the way government want for do for development to go. You go see them, they go here and there for try popularize how people and go develop. But most times we don't see them, you don't go, you don't make survey, we see even intervention towards even the when they talk of that census, when they argue about country or country, when you begin contributions to say that the numbers and we use for develop. So it's always a question, then they really count the numbers before then they go put plan, then they count numbers, they know numbers, and no amount of what they get. But because they look to your manifesto, so what the civilians and they get, then they get a your manifesto, but then they try for bring come for saying identity we want. So the politician they say, okay, then they can't do it for una. But most time, now the civilians they your manifesto. Because at the end of the day, what you don't say, they happen. So then they begin to twist them for you, then they tell you what they want. And they tell you they want this in different way. So what they happen to them process, they say, now unrest can come want them, push, social media, arresting, the person take care. So because one, they allow the citizen there for take up the manifesto. Not for say then they tell the government say they want to do this, but now because of then they say out in a way where they be saying like that we for do. We for be this and this and for do. But it all comes down to the politicians, how then they write their plans, how the education they relate with the plan. You the minister waiting for them plan, how you put them. You they ask if you get any plan or material where you get for that plan with the policy. Once you don't get it in place, you don't get no plan for let you put competition for day for something where they want for can't do. You they only allow saying and minimum will decide I put the plan in place. But the question would they ask them, then how would they can bring for plan? Is there a plan? What the thing when they bring for develop plan there, who then go show we say, okay, now this step here I will take. If I want to make agriculture, before I go begin, I go tell you and say, now I give go clear the ground, I defend the water because this place, this type of soil there, you need this fertilizer, or the people that were there, this type of plant where they grow now. So I they go there now, I go for go plant, I the investor. So you they see, you manifest to say one that reduce poverty. And when you look at agriculture, now one of the way where they before don't address that issue, they one of the most important thing for where you go able for end extreme poverty. Because once you don't get it right, the extreme poverty you're able for eliminate them. The manifesto where you're not able for even succeed self, once you don't go on that particular thing, then you they begin to crave now for other development. But what may happen most of the time, then they look say now waiting I want for give and waiting the way I want for give. So you bring yourself now to waiting they happen, like them voter ID card, like you they see other things and like agriculture thing they can inside. How you they put people in for bid. Who that go bid? Whose type of bidding? Who competition there? You the question say no, competition not there, not more of bidding. That's how we talk of the quality and the place when you go do the interior. You go see say yes, now only the thing now, the function for see you hold another moment for go vote, I know one of the idea. But when it comes to other thing, how then they pass them bidding there, not to bidding, now more of award, then they give you like a seal award when they give you tender, you want them by saying say you now you go do and for we and I didn't tell we dictate for they do. So you now you will tell me back how you want make them for they go meet up the way we do. So during that process there you they see say plan not day. And the plan what they did, now individual plan, we I can isolate. You see, this election committee where the INEC or whatever they call them. So electoral commissioner, you see, one time when they ask about what the price or what the bid or what's in the amount, there is a doubt. The man take almost to the end. Luckily, at least somebody even they watch the proposal and message where you read. Now you begin to show now the amount. So after you see, we don't discuss and like I can say now they know they as a committee for plan because if there is a plan, come on there for no. Now the communication. You see, just like the minister back when they ask about it, because there was no plan. The plan was not a plan for say, they do something. Now, you intend for doing, yes, you want to do the good, but because you not put the plan in structure, for know if you get the material, there is the place where you go do them, how you go do them, and how you go get other than get for involved for do them. But because you always they come with the manifesto, they can say the citizens are there doing their own manifesto, then there is no agenda. So we advise them, let them they try the look. Wherein they will try work on everybody they talk all the time, national agenda, where we put place, you manifesto, now one thing we will put aside. We don't see a recommendation where UNDP be make. I can't remember the day, but there was a time when the UNDP rep been there now AYV. What if they recommend the let government and the people in, like we the people in our for try put word of manifesto wherein it will be like an agenda when the people and get for the whole responsible. Say well you not hold this, then we'll put that law there. But the law, not the day. They don't say then they say them for duamo, but they say then kind Tiago help in terms of let politicians then go the stick. But how they will get for passer? No, they will busy they make act them for will only support them in parliament so that they will able to reap more and more and reap it to the bones wherein you will see say flesh not go there again and just dry bones are walking. But that situation we try for avoid wherein citizens their voice get for the act. Then they allow the manifesto of the citizens because they're not able to work with their manifesto. So they will work with and wherein they will get national involvement, they will get rural involvement. You try for let you go say you link between the rural development and national development. Because now from there, you see say that the resources there, where you mine yourself, all the things they want agriculture and mining, where they mark about 2/3 of we economic revenue, whatever, that they una for focus. Then every other thing else, una go just develop around it. But because the ministry know they work, the way for coordinate, all man they just get your agenda for flourish in your ideas. Say, I go they come una by ideas them where I go they make una they meditate. Not that there is no development, but when you look at another example of the manifesto of the education, okay, you they say the education and give 20%, but the question where you go ask, you they say okay, there are books where are set books where they give. Okay, the question I they ask. When they say this 20% or other thing they come recurrent wouldn't they give, which is a quite good idea. Who say the plan of waiting they go? Because you know they see the plan well. You know they see the expenditure. For sure say waiting don't go and waiting they come, you go able for balance them. But you go say now continuous every month or every time that they buy books. No, now set of books where they rotate according to the year. So you question now, say, well, what about the other 20% now? Usa they go directly because you know go say actually upon the salary. I think that towards the development of the education. So you go question say, well, then the show will say every month this they go. Well, Usa they go. Then we'll talk say, okay, maybe that to the free feeding. Okay, the feeding now they see again people and they complain. When they say not to all sides, now actually now by sector with based on CRS and support. Schools and they get feeding. So you go ask now in a continuous, but recently I see one of the nuns when they say them murder them. Now Kenema gonna get a branch day. When the tour of the first lady and other people they go that thank you tour for the what you don't do to the Peking. There was actually one lady who been bold when a nun. He give the welcoming speech, he give everything right. But the two things I picked, he mentioned about the subvention towards the free education in terms of the feeding and teachers and recruitment and other things for paying on time. So now a question I was saying, well, now only because now none and we address towards the beginning, he tried for make and what they're not going to look at political. But if you go look serious, if you're able to say that in the public towards that, go no serious. So it means still To every side, they get the way we don't forget. So you go question now, say, I'm not going to deny the quality, I'm not going to deny this, but the point what me the for go about the planning, the development we will put, how we go sit down, we work together, how we go put building laws in place, we avoid the digital. Digital we don't bring an inside for solve all the problem. They all man go see, we see they get chief them laptop for let them go see what's in happen. Then tell for on the guys, they feed their reduce. When they see when they bring digital, let people and begin they do information. They they still accept say. Then tell for don't put it in place before we go this other side. If we're not able, now then you can forget that quality now. Where somebody who go there, we go able for say me a leader. I get for able to perform the structure there for when I left anything, I left me own way. We na public, I don't left for let them go no say, now me manifesto, now then get for declare now say yes, we don't feel the goodness of it. But if then they always tell them your manifesto, that means you not do anything yet. If they read it, people and they recite or they say something towards their manifesto. So you see say you look like say you allow them or you prevent them. But most times, I tell you, they tell them, they implement, they try for push before for let development they come. You actually try for bring ideas, but when they bring them, they plan now for no waiting go do, would I then get for can involve, would I get for take this, would I get for work this, they put it in place because all man getting your heart when they come. They get idea for see that they plan. You ministry, they do them. How you get for do them? All you do them now based on what you idea they. But it's quite really important letting they try look into how agriculture will get for benefit people in life, how the rural life then will able link on towards development, and how them plan they want to put towards them development, and they will look into how we will put them on. Because when you can't put manifesto where you write, you know the right time in a way wherein it will be say just like the constitution will get not specific. Because there is a point where they ask and say, what about the bridge? They say, well, because people don't go see the page in the end, because they deny say there is no way. But because they refuse, people don't get time for read this. So you they see digital world they can inside with the media. So then begin to go see the page. And I say, well, actually we'll see another page, but we'll put another more say now option on our something we will do. So the language they put, you will not put say I can't do and people they read them, they're not in interpret them, but you can now because you're not specific, you try for divert. We're not put on there. So it comes to my people in manifesto because then they pick them out. So that's why you get to be consistent, you plan, get resources that say them where they work and how you plan get for work. Now that one do one for letting the show that they manifest how you plan the work, how you they take step A, step B, till you climb up. So that curve they go be level. Not the way the curve they go negative and upon something development and something when are negative in they go up like the inflation. But there is something we then get for look so much how then they purchase. Let it not just be buy and sell. And when you get into the bidding of development, for like we put before, now buy and sell system you use, you see how development they go. Not to buy and sell, because when you say buy and sell, like really you get the idea, say, I want to go buy ID card, I want to go let them go print out ID cards that for just go buy, the person sell and give. They go through procurement and bidding properly. So he did it as a thing. Why? I don't know. If not them, how they call a so-called permanent secretary will know about some of the things there. They sell the idea there. Let them try the structure there either than they. Una they get plan. Let plan day. Let plan day when they work with the manifesto. Una avoid where una they can transform the economy. Una they allow the citizens and the Highland with their own manifesto. When you look at me, Selena McKinney, and I'm going to comment more. I feel sorry for the other loss in life. But what you want for see no more? Now government have to take a step wherein and go look where some of them will deal with them. Let them they begin now, where then they advance now. Okay, now a very sensitive area. Will not expect anything for happen. If it be say yes, now it's sniper. So now then they try for say will they investigate this. Let them take them in a way where they will get intelligence for say, first of all, this not isolated thing. Not to somebody when a war, we see this they do. So we don't know who that na intention for go do that thing they for either say this and this. So it comes down to how you go able for plan things and put them into place where you go no say and no allow affect development. Because if you notice as this, you know go overreact. Because even inside McKinney, Then get right now, voting, then they call no vote violence. Now a group where they don't form. The group where they form, he did with all them ministers, the Abu Dede, even the ACC, they see around. But the point is, how are they going to put this message into the people in the Makini for understand, say, no vote, no violence. But then now they don't begin and then what they bonded. So I don't believe, say, then we'll get in for, say, we'll be ready for can put problem there. So then get for look into the system, say, now isolated system, isolated issue where it's serious, nobody not going to follow it happen because man with the worry, but let them they deal with things where they know say tomorrow this it will affect Naya. The media na him would they help follow it will do publicity, but we not go use the media again for we go broke them back, or no go use the media for we go interpret things we not fine. But it all comes down to planning. If you not plan well, you know, do planning now just a go now and go hit back, then that one day you go see development plan. It no go work day and the so-called the so-called how much of 19 days I think the mid-term development plans then get I think three areas and get where they go then 4 goals and get 4 goals find the mid-term development plan then they work with them when are 48 when they say a sustainable development goal would they ask now then they get for the sit down them plan how would they do them goals there where they come through SDG. Then not they just get money through SDGs because SDG they then do this, we go get money for climate, SDG they money they for this, then they deforest the place, the agriculture they under the old man they do in so they see say there is a line where they get for follow of planning. SDGs, when I look into them and then try look on our goals and our clusters they own don't put. If then they work with the manifesto, and if then they work with the people that the rural life will develop, or not just for let una go get una your security, una economy, una for una no more. Then before now they say the people and get it is all gone, inflation don't go, who they want to make anything that it costs with there. Let God help them try get senses, who will get people who specific, but anything when they do, now something when they write is specific, now manifesto is specific, but it is time let them they forget about the manifesto and look into what the people they need and try and make plan when all man go carry fall around and then go. When you do this, you not want the people and vote you in or out. Thank you so much. Let God make you develop. And we'll get rules and guides who will help we for their planning to go before. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, friend.
Welcome, yes, sir.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to friend for in submission today. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to all we listeners all over the world. New summary for the week. We'll go like this. I get like a three new pick, but let's go for the summary. Inside this week we done so we talk about the present economy situation as Salone in the minds of the BO administration. Another thing we'll talk about again inside this week, the good, the bad, the ugly. Na Sierra Leone, which will take with President BO 5 years. Another thing we'll talk on this week, Sierra Leone Parliament, a parliament for the country or a parliament for the parliamentarian. And lastly, within my mind one power we'll talk about this week inside my own summary. We talk also about what happened to Dr. Samora, Matthew Wilson Kamara in convoy the tell me come out na America. We go na Salone mile 38 to be specific. You take for the week or me pick for this weekend. Tripoli go be 3. I may make and 2, but you student touch on something where I think I say left on side what I will add. The first one I will just talk on this one because na addition. Also when talk about the school free quality education. For me, I may not make them very clear, and I want to reiterate my point again at this platform. Nobody know they say the free quality education not a good agenda, not a good project. But I think the first way we me for do as a country, now me for ensure say we get a thorough research, not a research we based on political gains. Now a research we go purely for ensure say this one now for upgrade the country education system. Again, and nothing say that it be done. And because it not be done, that make this system of education or this free quality education not go ever be sustainable. Somebody go ask me why. If this president or this current regime may not say they want this system of education, this free quality education way nine the president in flagship project from 2018, trust me, they should have put it in parliament and then if you don't pass it as a law. If they may pass up as a law in parliament, every other government where they come is entitled to ensure say they're able to move on with this one. But since it has not been passed as a law in parliament, it's not sustainable because any other government will come, even if now this government continue, they can change them. We not get any question for ask them because it's not been a law. So people forget this at the back of their mind, say President Bio or even the SLPP administration, otherwise we will come able for change this entire system. We have nothing to hold them or to ask them because it's only a political goal, not to a goal with them for pass way for make sure say the country benefits entirely panel. So let's get them very, very clear. Regardless the challenges them, of course, this free quality education don't help a lot of access to the school. But again, the quality aspects, me no we ever talk about them because we system as currently quality not the like I say, a lot of reason why make I say quality not the day. Me I done university in Salon, I never sit entrance exam. But since then, when they introduced this free quality education, we see say all major university who want to maintain the standard, they put entrance exam. We do see picking we get 5 credits now WAEC exam when I was, then they go sit entrance exam, they fail them. Yeah. So it's really something they need to work on if they want to get the quality aspect. Again, like my friend we can say now work in progress, it's good, but if they want to make this system of education, this free quality education be sustainable, do ya before parliament they lock, let them put that building inside as fast as possible, let them pass it as law. Otherwise, it's not going to be sustainable because it's not a law and nobody not going for all government accountable for that because the government will introduce them don't come out, they not put mechanism in place for sustain them. If they want for sustain them, let them make them to law. My second pick for the week. Parliament withdrawn the welfare bill. Interesting, I get this debate in several platform them, and one of the platform them now this we same platform here, but not the WhatsApp platform. I mean, make them very clear, and I mean, take me time for even explain or educate people in the platform on how Parliament they work or Parliament system they go on. If they not lay a bill in Parliament, you're not able to challenge the bill. Not until they lay the bill in Parliament or the documents in Parliament that they able for challenge them openly. So when we get people away, they blame parliamentarian and all this and all that, because they think they're in a process, you cannot do anything to that document until and unless. And sometimes, like what I can say, or one may say the last time, because the majority then they deal with in a parliament, even if you turn up and object bill where they want for pass, as long as you not get majority for support you point, or the reason why make you stand against that bill, as long as they don't say the nay or the high have it don't done. That's another way they do. So now that make, like I was saying the last time, the way people let me vote in Sierra Leone 2018, it was a very good decision where then give the presidency to the SLPP and then give majority seats in parliament to the APC because then we want a balance. That was a very, very good for make the APC was in the very better position for checkmate the executive. But waiting we do, waiting we see the government do, them do otherwise. They're able for like a put 10 parliamentarians, then they impose the speaker, and so on and so forth. We know this story. I don't want to take me time. But let me get some very clear. People don't all over they blame MPs, them for don't do this, them for don't that. When the MPs them they walk off parliament, now we same one begin blame them back. One not for walk off, one not they left the let them do what they want for do. Now this one, Whether people say na hypocrites, whether people say na how you call them, na politicking, all kind name we want for give this one. But I can tell everybody, if this opposition parliamentarians and not stand against this bill was a done deal. And like I said, this was the right time when they able for tinap against them because now they turn the layer on the table. So whether people say how you call them, na politicking, na hypocrites, they do any kind of thing, for me, and the procedures with parliament they work under, it's a clear thing. Them parliamentarians they then feel the day, then do well. Another thing we make mention of that, but people again can miss. They not say the parliamentarians they get, let's say they be limited, they get challenges. You know they go put your personal feelings as a parliamentarian. What I mean by that, they go to call anti-party activity. If you see you do something where they against your party, trust me, your party gets every right for even remove the symbol like you are. Then that's if you want to contest now that same seat that you go as independent candidate. We don't see it happen to Honorable Tawa. If not to God a blessing, then for me remove him in seat my hand. It happened to Gevao, Indolo Gevao. Yeah, when they talk against parliament, when to them, to the SLPP, they class it as anti-party activity. At the end of the day, the people that will be they cry out the parliamentarian there, they're not able to stand with the giveaway and the tower. Now then go through the crucibles until then go back there and state them. So certain time they will condemn or one for blame parliamentarians and don't know which grounds will be able to hold them accountable. We don't see several times inside parliament then effects. At the end of the day, we call and say now hooligans them, then they this, then they that, they not they behave maturely. Because certain time they are limited, yeah, then get constraints. So if we're able to understand some of them here, then we will know some of the procedure within inside the parliament. I'll go to my next speak for the weekend, AAA, when at the ECSL distribution of voters card. For me, it's in fact scam now understatement. When to make us say scam now understatement, look at the product where they go pay how many $1 million for. Look at the product where they say na international, in fact, not to salon, outside Sierra Leone, so na international printing. Like seriously, many, even the small boot printing services, then are free tongue. They will print quality ID cards more than this one. Many. In fact, hundreds of businesses them will go able for print quality ID card. Yeah, for and this one where ECSL distribute so. Again, apart from the distribution or the card itself, the quality, yeah. Look at some side and the name, na different person, the man name, na woman name, they go candy. You go the address. It's sad. I always they say on this platform, ECSL they always they make we doubt them every time we they do any major activity. We don't see them registration. We ask a lot of questions to the extent until we say they remove, they don't put names, then this, that. At the end of the day, they say the system not be able to see all the names, them black. Then give me all kind of excuse. Then later on, they can't tell we say, no, they almost 1,000 names, they wouldn't pull and don't bring and come back. Like seriously. And they said, you see, every major activity where ECSL do, then they get away with some, so they not care again. Now make this kind of reports, this kind of card, now they go give people them. The opposition, other people in parliament, political party, they sit down, they not be seen. All they know, let people go take them card. Tell each for go vote just now. When you go to your center, then go put the number or your name where they you card, so tell a different person face come up. Not to arguments don't cancel. So this one enough for me. In fact, the 1 week or next week when they say CSL say then they give the press release or whatever, it's too short. At least Monday or holiday, Tuesday, let them able for engage them thoroughly, let them explain whose kind results this. How you go give a whole printing company how much million or thousands of cards, you not get sample for display. They are not able to understand. Even the current government get rights for all ECSL accountable. ACC. This is a call for concern. If una just say una dey fight corruption as salon, clearly not only for the opposition, una dey fight corruption. By now, una for don be write ECSL letter, so una want for get explanation. How would you put almost million per this kind card? Somebody in the face na black line they show it. Then you go tell me say the face not important. Okay, the face not important. What about the name you miss? What about I don't know how they're able to defend this one. I really don't understand. Because they get away with everything easily, now that make them come out for do any kind of thing. When my friend will go take your own card, the barcode will check bien, now different side go for them go fall. I wait in the week, let them come out to explain the Wiba. Is it how we for trust them for conduct election 2 or 3 months time? With this kind of result, with this kind of outcome? People don't spend their time. Now, like what that part, the one part the video they will see. People they spend their time. Some man spend more than 2-3 days. They come on for go get ID card. At the end of the day, look at the card and they give people it. What's a go banana problem? You mistake put on a pocket, a go chair. Like seriously, even the president Sherry said the card flexible. Ebo, if na laminate self them laminate then card then a single for better. Other than you go say na international printing, then look the results one they go give people them. Look the printing one they go give people them. I think it's high time Sierra Leoneans that we call ECSL let the answer to we. Not only because they get the backing of the president or whosoever. Because like I always they say this, if we not ever as Sierra Leoneans, if we not go further for acts waiting at this meeting where they say it has pleased the president. We want for no waiting at it then see how they please the president for pick people them. Now then put major positions there. Again the 20 the constitution, the 1991 constitution, and they cause all here. Because that's a position that they let be independent, who that qualify and go there. Because if somebody will qualify, no go get their kind of reports, they can cardia instead of make it quiet, comfortable. Like seriously, person face na black and this card. Many people, in fact, apart from this one, before this term self-set, the voter ID card is so important more than even the passports. So suddenly when they go for go do business and they ask you voter ID card. Many people they send for money for a voter ID card and they can go. But this one you can voter ID card go this no na wetin dem call you picture no show. How they will know say na you? Zainab dem put man picture. Like seriously, which explanation ECSL wan give now? So we for accept and then we go inside the election with this kind scam. Let me say scam no understatement. Then if when the elections reach, if they mix up all the results, then give any kind of results for accept and back. Like that. Waiting to because na ECSL, they don't empower them. It's not done. Certain things then they do them with conscience. Remember, say God they watch you. Even if you're not afraid, nobody gets all the backing where you get need in Sierra Leone. Nobody not able to ask you or touch you. But remember, say there is somebody where they above every other person. When are God. You're not going to do things with impunity, they do that kind of thing. And this is a deliberate attempt as far as me concerned. It's a deliberate thing. Why would you do this to Sierra Leoneans? People spend days, weeks, up and down for little more than register. Then look the results, the kind card we go print give them. Why you know this is not the thing? Like what they say, SLR then they print perfect driving license card. Why not go sublet that particular project to SLR? Why they not from don't do that day? That money they always go almost $1 million, $10 million or so when they go give printing press. Who's printing press? This is the thing when they talk again for transparency. Which printing press stand there? What's the printing press in name? Why would you give a printing press where you not verify what's that they can print for the country? I don't know, this government, every other side where they're waiting and call, then people get things for talk against them. When people and they talk now, then party picking and sit down and they begin say this na party they want for support. Somebody don't suffer, don't go on line for 2-3 days. Look the card where they go get and face no the address wrong. Name who side name for the person name for the na streets dedi. Who side streets for the na gender 9 dedi. Like seriously. No. It's good. Look, this miracle on the opposition parties, not only APC or KKY party, other parties, everybody, in fact, every Sierra Leonean need for ask ECSL a question. This is not what they bargain for. Not to even all the opposition parties. So tell the SLPP comfortable with that. They don't know this same thing that will affect themselves. Who's kind of thing this? But if they work for a nation, this kind of result you go give. Then nobody should ask you question. Therefore, wait to say you ready for Kangi press release. By now, for them are hot seats, then they ask heavy questions them. And then I'm going to take Triple A for this weekend. Let God help me as we go inside the new week. Happy Easter to everyone. And I pray that this new week will give good news as Mama Salon. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Alpha and to his friend for their own contribution today. Not gonna say you say if you don't go rich, but it's Saturday. You now can do an eh? They bring Ezekiel and Omar. After them, Yusuf can get a bite. Yeah? Welcome on board, Omar. What you want to give it today?
Oh, thank you very much, my brother. You hear me? All right. My brother, you give me a lot of things them. I start with the president. One, this idea with this president, they go and talk, say, in the work with waiting available or waiting presented to Ram. So given the circumstances or waiting being present to Ram and the job that we do, then the best, right? Then Tradeba can talk, say, in no way able, in waiting at the word they say, in fail the people them or in no way we help them. Right. AAA, this is no joke. Any country, we already listen at this forum. Show me any civilized country in the world where a president will talk like this, where he not resign, or the parliament not take a vote of non-confidence, they impeach him. Show me that country. Never any mistake do that. This man is a failure. This man not get any clue how to rule a country. Mr. President, given what you get, Theresa May came in months. What is he say? Things are not all part of what he want to do. He resigned. So that lady, that other country close to Australia, what is the country name said? Why woman they so bold for look something and resign? You don't fail the nation. And now you the talk say you only need one more punch. Now you be the thing with two punch. Now one punch, now you give Samura. Why you want for rule again? Country where you don't talk say you know they will help. To me, this not we all Sierra Leoneans, including the SLPP supporter them. Why you want to rule a country when you don't already tell them, say, you know they will help them. You don't tell them, say, give in what you get. That means, say, if you know able to make lemonade, turn lemonade into the lemon where they give you, hand over. Because this don't clear, so say you, then give you lemon, you know able to turn the lemonade out of the lemon we'll give you. Go! It's okay. Just go like a dog, take your tail, wrap on between your legs, and go. We're going to forgive you. We're going to forgive you, and to me, I will hold you as a high value if you do that. Then when you see them again, they ask again for a second time. If you go now, they give you a very good respect. Say, you know what? You asked for this job. But it reached to a point where you underestimate what you mean inside it, you know able, you left. That now make you a man. That now a man. Now man they do that. Okay? They not call you for can give this job. You campaign, you fed, you call name, you threaten, you do all kinds of things. We see you 2017, 2018, forget this job. So not a person has some they impose on you. If you see say you know able, I'm go. Why get you the fed for can't rule people away talk so you don't get with help? Which kind of father will you be? Anyway, now let's come to this voters ID, my brother. This not a shame, but let me tell you, let nobody not convince you. This card, now free tongue, I didn't print them. Now lie, this guy they lie. Now free tongue them print this card, and you know who that print this? Not to even any printing press now free tongue. This the machine then go lend some side, then go to somebody in backyard that can them go, and then go print the card here. Now lie them in the lie. When they talk say the thing they not come out, the ship knock out the H or this so then just the waste time, let them able for print. Let me tell you, me 11-year-old picking a muse, me 11-year-old boy, actually my mom didn't agree. If they print better card, all you need for do get the information. Me also don't ask it only help me by me pass some of the paper them, some of the things in a computer. You give that information, and they pull a card for you through me printer and the computer wagon house. So which professional they wouldn't go fend? $11 million or $10 million, now they eat so. They now come to this defending minister of information. This guy is a shame. Now therefore, the minister of finance, we now the chief minister. Then this, we call himself minister of information, Tarawali, I don't know what that is, whatever. And another one, we now the minister of foreign affairs with the mother bill. And the 4 people that who don't destroy Salon. I don't know who's a mother bill, whose friendship will be go with them guy, but then guy didn't age for some reason, like say if you pray them and then they tell them what thing for do, how for do them, and with just the kind of now, they put the icing on the cake. You see what happened with that lady. You see, now I make the talk say APC, when I left the Boku talk. Then question ya where Khadija be they ask this minister so now then una for the lineup. Now una for the ask them question ya. And I be line them up. Where the bakery, where the fish pond, where the clay factory, where the flour mill, where the tomato rest, where the diagnostic center where they take with money. The diagnostic center and the money where they collect under MCC or ACC, whatever crap name, where that boy collect a give Madabio. Madabio tell we, say that money they go take a build diagnostic center, one of the best now West Africa. He go back na parliament, he talk and they back. Then when they come on now, they eat that money, they give them the money, they take and they shame them, then they say we don't get company. Where JJ Sapago na 98.11 to where they ask and I say, well, if we not bill them, we don't get company where they can build diagnostic center and can return, we all will benefit from them. Well, then they said it can't to pass. Where the diagnostic center? Diagnostic center not there. Where the rest? Where the fish pond? Where the flour mill? Where the now then tia APC when I left them fet and call them. Now the thing in there where you see where Khadija called that thing, you see how he reach inside that guy in Kanda. He said the talk say me want to do holistically. No. Lord to go and pick one. You don't do nothing holistic now. Holistic to go inside. Lord I want one. Break them down. The things and where you must tell me say they can't do. And not do any of them. Nothing you not do. Then you say you want to do holistic. What is that the holistic? Now let end me on with this parliamentary thing. People, this parliamentary thing is clear. I swear to me, mama, the APC guy at the media come with this bill. Now nobody not tell me nothing. The APC guy had them in there in cahoon with this bill. Listen to the speaker. The speaker said this bill don't they around for 3 years. I don't care if not today they table this bill. When they begin talk about this bill, would I then when have been part? Would I then have been the organizer then? Would I then come up with the word? Meaning they talk about the corner guy when I can put on a table. How they begin talk about this bill? How they begin talk about this bill? When they talk about this bill, would I then be inside the committee? Where be the lobby for this bill? Honorable Tawakon, he named them. He called all the APC guys, they named them. He called and named them. And Honorable Tawa don't let me know back say, not to $12 million, 12 million euros and they pay them again. Now 22 million, about 24 million. Now then they pay all parliamentarians now. So Tawa don't let me know that. Now make me like Tawa. He need the whole back. Tawa called and only name them. If then guy have been no say, they're not in cahoon with this bill. Are you going to now triple me accuse you? I call it a triple you. Now you go put this thing. When the time don't reach, you can't come up here with. You go say, yeah, don't mix people in rubbish. Who that? Me? Which bill I put? But you be any APC, man, the video there. When them call the names them. Then call the names them. In fact, the one where in them be big na the floor. Now Honorable Lahaimara. Because now in the SLPP they attack, now in their undress, they say now in have been the ringleader for this bill. What did the other APC minister tell you? He not tell you say he not go there by himself. He go there by the hierarchy of the APC member. Now somebody send and that person they hide at the back. Now somebody send and they be know about this bill. Hey, now America would they where Democrat they put bill. Even the third Democrat will control the house. Bill when they not even table itself. Now for no matter they begin talk about them. Now the time they see Republicans, congressmen, they didn't have Fox News. They didn't have Fox News. They all of the Republican radio station. Them. And then they begin to condemn. When they not even table like it. If APC then will not say this bill not good, believe me, you. The day when they begin everybody's bill. Hey, man, now just like what you say. Triple A, you said it perfect. This bill will not clear a path for this crazy. This power feels it just don't come for them. Now inside diamond water and gold water. This power be not ready. It not ready for take brand new motoka. It not ready for take 3 security. It not ready for take brand new furniture. Like say they will buy personal furniture for himself. It not ready for take retirement. It be not ready because now they tell and say, Papa, if this pass, now this now will give you. Now it's a good. When I get and go to the table. Look what the pie I read. Look when they shake his finger. And they tell me, say, people let me they can't send me the office. They can't lobby this. Today now they come up behind the bill. What did I tell you? Land, I mean they give nobody a kudos. You know that they give kudos? People like you, Triple A, people like we had. All the social media them. We jump on this. Now we, if not to be we, you, all the social media, we talk about this. We talk about that it reach with people in a salon. They self jump into them. I don't care if now the APC before say anything. Now where the people in Tinap, now in then guy now come on. You want to tell me say that guy we don't post this bill? This bill on the 3 years ago. Now I make the I say, why 3 years ago we not be saying anything? 2 years ago we not say anything. 1 year ago we not say anything. Now wait, election done less than 3 months. Now they can say something. But not less than 2 weeks ago, some of them have been inside the office. They lobbied for this bill. Why now? This not bill. You can talk about bill even if you're not able in the parliament. You can hear it one time. Just like what he said we want in America, word on the street. You could just hear the word on the street. You don't already say, Ladies economics man. Even if you not on a radio, you can make a known to your colleagues and say, But now una don't they don't people now. Una don't go to the meeting them. Una don't write them. Una don't put them down. Only for table now. Let them una debate. Then they get set up. Now somebody to go grab. You know what happened? Because APC. Now then, for the past 1 year now, then people like Cargo, people like AKK, and the people that were in the news, they talk about how Tintranga, rest don't go to 600, gasoline don't go to 25,000, calling card, top up don't go up. So if they don't talk, all them talk here, then these are not people that can understand, say, then people here when they tell you now say things are there. And they don't go give themselves increase. So how you feel say that go feed to the people them? Now you make the young party anarchy tell us say, when I go condemn that bill the back. That bill the one pass so somebody need to go back. When I tell them you don't agree. But because they don't come, then they talk every day, which is rightfully true. Not true. Things are there. They always they talk about gasoline. Then they talk about palm oil, then they talk about oil, then they talk about rice, then they talk about everything. So I go down and tell me, say, all them here is not good. Then they pass up by you. But yet you turn around, you go give yourself heavy raise. But yet you they talk say team bad for me. But you don't go and give yourself raise. So now that they look and they say, we're not going to can they talk say team tranga. Who were the pioneer that or were the champion that? If people that can see we name them on this bill, we give yourself money, it's not going to look good to the party. I'm not going to turn against this party, this bill. And that's not my brother. Other people that want for talk. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Umar. On Saturday, everything goes. Just wait, yourself. But who 10 immediately you begin something for talk? Where you know we get an opportunity today. But today the phone lines are working. So you will get the opportunity. Welcome on board, Ezekiel. You get the platform, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Now do people are going to listen and watch. I want to talk a little bit about the registration ID cards them. But my emphasis more go there to we donors them. One time somebody been they try for ask me per one I gathering they've been they talk about China influence in Africa compared to the US and the UK or European Union. I begin for look at how the Chinese then they do things. Mostly where the Chinese they give help. Way of course not to help. Even if now help the one give, let's say the one give help for build hospital. Then they tell you how much they want give for build a hospital there, and by the time you know that the Chinese themselves they did and they build the hospital. To some extent, actually they support this idea, especially in places like Sierra Leone. I like the Chinese style. We then say then they donate for something, then they make sure say that thing is done. Even if the one way then they give we loan for, then they make sure say then send the young people for can do the work. The European Union way then contributes this money for this election process. Some of the things that we are always skeptical about how then they do things. It seems like we then they send either few of them diplomats there, then they take a lot of money from we instead of them begin for look around. Why they not do the Chinese style now for this whole thing here? Hey, before we contribute to election processes, Lord, we find out what you need. Why they self not secure all that here? Computer or whatever barometer, whatever they tell we. How advanced the whole process is. Why the European Union and they not buy all this equipment? Why they not buy these ID card printers? Then can go. Then therefore don't buy all the computers instead of them go give money. They already know how corrupt they will lead us. Then they, no matter what you do, anything we send they, then they almost take 50% of that money they, before then go buy crappy stuff. Why they know they begin act like the Chinese then? I know say the Chinese are late comers, but something they want for learn from them for God's sake. Una left for the give money to African leaders. Provide the things that we una need for provide. If they've been doing the same thing during COVID, instead of them can't give them money, why they no count ambulances? Why they no the only part about the Chinese the way it's difficult again now the foundation of for understand people and the Chinese them the only thing way it different is that they not get charity, they not get them, and certain things the way they not believe in fact they not believe in democratic processes now make them know they because if they involve at this, hey, they scam them, now then they buy car with the computer. In fact now they're human there. Now then go they monitor that computer day. The human there now then go monitor that printer day for print ID card. Simple ID card printer where the printer card just like ordinary debit card. It there on Amazon. Wabi one go save. I almost buy one for me people away than the work under. It's simple. The expensive thing are $2,000. You they buy 500 cards like a debit card where that thing they automatically print out everything clean and nice for only $200. 500 copies. For say we country not able to get this here. What a shame to SLPP. This is a shame to una for say this simple thing, simple thing, cheap things like this. Una not able buy. Una they go lie to people and say this, then they go print out somewhere. Are you kidding me? How Sierra Leone go be so backward for a simple thing like this? What's not the problem, ba? Una the thing, una simple thing now. Now make una people in the vex they say, oh, the diaspora, because we know that here, we know. We all they try for buy all that here. The thing they naturally when people and they print simple ID card them out for students for other government workers for companies. Now they go print fake thing like that. I don't understand. EU now for learn from the Chinese. Thing the way very important. Buy them. Use yourself and can go. Put you act behind the side you feel say now the right thing you want for do. Now left for the give them money. How many times when they pull reports, how then they dupe, how the country they dupe things and way how many times? For say self that stupid not get no understanding for putting security and mitigation in place. Come on, man. Now all they support this whole trouble in Africa. Simple, because if the Chinese when late comers that they understand the processes, even the one way then they loan Africa, then they make sure they send the Chinese boy there for go do the job because we there's gear African government just now half job they do. Hey, they no say you for pay that loan day. Now make the one go do the job right. They no one say for that person can. He say that job day where you tell we say now 250 million you loan we me and Ocean. You say look and back. Now job that day we watch 250 million. This is the reason why the Chinese are behind their money. Even the one way then they loan we, then they go do the job because they know one and next government can't blame them say that money won't loan we you call this amount. Go look at that job there and tell me if that money worth that job there. This is the reason why then they follow the money, then do them. Even the one way then they loan we. EU learn from that. We tire for they give money. Maybe una get hidden agenda una the whole week una we neck. Now make una no care. If you really want for help, democratic processes, follow the money and do it yourself. Bring the machines where you need for bring. Computer day na all over una place. Why una not buy? Una go supply 50 computers, 200 computers. Una say na 200 computers for the electoral processes. If una want say una ki label and day or election commission for Sierra Leone, you put her at the back. Bamba, it did inscribe it. If person want if now seller, but then they pass the grinder now. I don't know, would I go buy grind computer? Simple. Una left for punish with people. Now una all they cause this problem. Simple machine will una for them by 15. Una can go for print ID for don't deny all the provinces. They no need for can't print out. They take somebody in a McKinney, they take the picture, they print them out, give them right away. And then they cause this problem. So now we go the next one to this bill. I'm glad if for listen to them people here, where then they even argue themselves, say, them people and they will una say una lost na parliament, 6 people made their soul rest in peace. But now the same thing. Then people and the way they talk about what you so worry about, say, oh, because we not get better medical facility and make them die. Now that time they now you the car with that talk there. Bio una get the authority, una get the responsibility for come with a discussion now that whole day and talk about the healthcare system in the country. Bio una get that mandate there. Bio una get that authority there. Bio una get that responsibility there. Una not do them at all until the one way for can full up on a cup. What a sad parliament we get. Sad. Una care so much about 6 people, then una forget about the thousands of people away and they die outside there every day. Every day. They're not to people ever. They're not to human beings. You know, anyhow, how this thing be withdrawn, we accept her. Anyhow, you know, but the man we am completely disappointed in, even when they choose her for be vice candidate for Cherry Cocoa, I'm very disappointed in that man. When last that man team up in that whole day and advocate for anything where they go on bad in that country, with all the authority we get. How APC, how I end up for maker number 2? Silent man. He's not doing anything. He not they say anything where it they affect the people. As opposition, stand there, speak with boldness. Speaker, the speaker no go shut you down. When last he lead that whole thing in parliament? And he disappointing to me. This whole thing in a part of her. That whole plan in a part of her. We see that man come out, he say, hey, I'm not going to that committee just on me own. He go there with Cherry Cocoa in blessing. When last Cherry Cocoa, all difficulties where people and they undergo, when last he team up in that whole day and speak boldly about these things. Now we see if they go drag you, go put you in a jail. When you they talk for the people, not to just for you pocket, not to just for you own benefit. When last you team up here and challenge this parliament about things the way to go wrong than the country. So I agree with Uma. Now they all we come back now. Now finally one person say, don't let this year happen. They all we see the past sweat force. It's sweat and dry. The one can go a motoka man way they no elect. All of a sudden now big package they one can get. Papa, they not elect you. Now select you. And you want to walk away with a big package. Hey, now not afraid God. Now not afraid God. The country, the language. Una just want to go begin the, una don't take now you want to walk away with a huge mantle. Now for fan, una go fan other way, but this one is not the work for now. Pass una go in the middle of the night while everybody is sleeping and go do them. And past government not change you because we know that the people are not going to agree to that. Nobody is walking away with any government vehicle or any package. And they wait the day where president will come and can fight for that law day for change. Anybody will go to that place, then I for go serve the people and not to will for the buy vehicle for you. The need for stop this vehicle buying for parliamentarians. The need for stopper. You go there on your own, where they elect you, you go do your job. Just go do your job for the people. That vehicle, one vehicle where they give a parliamentarian. Just imagine how much expenses where they follow. The expenses for vehicle is more than the salary for 3 or 4 teachers in that country there. Why? When somebody go sit down and say, but this is not nonsense. All this stuff here, not nonsense. Why would they continue for buy motorcar for them people here? We no need for them. Where then they grab them? Oh, that country, then they do. Oh, that country. Who cares? We will not even get water yet. We will not get electricity yet. We will not get better hospital. You they talk about oh that country, then get motorcar. Who cares? We no need for stand up and make we own country different. We will fix things. Everybody they not they scratch your head for get water. Nobody not they worry about electricity. Even the one way then they pay for, we not they give them. Then they worry about parliamentarian motorcar and this that. So the election process from this ID card, the information way they come out is very very troubling. You know, their opposition I don't understand. They not they even say nothing. If we not do una research and make noise, changes we need for happen, it happen now. Now we all go contribute for let problem continue in that country there. Young people, please, una do una own research. Now, una they feel the pinch. The reason why then they even allow for let drugs continue for first time in the country. I talk to a lot of people. It's a business already for certain young people. They say the drug they make some of them then they grab some money in the street, so it's okay. Where are they? ASEAN, Mrs. ASEAN, in the hands of a young man. 50 of that blue green tablets, 100,000. So it make it day. Mrs. ASEAN, you know, and so then they left them freely. They say, oh, the few young people away then they sell them, they put money in their pocket, and the one that way they not get money, they not get job, then go take them and you know. Maybe focus on that. They no cost. Now use feature. Now then they help for let destroy. Una feature now then they help for let you destroy them. Because we not get no facility where they rehabilitate people. You continue for take that in the halaki na go continue for they by you. And meanwhile then the find way. You see how then the car with bills them. Even if they know they serve again, they want the country money continue for support them and their family. So just imagine you not able to get $1 per day. Then they want $50,000. $50,000 for getting. The family will continue for do better. And you, the one let the drug continue for destroy you. A left owner. Anyone where it kind of power way they help you for let you life better. Now that's not for look for. We get the opportunity every 5 years. It's possible somebody show up and say they do well. Then 5 years they not do well. Now you time these for make that change. If you feel say you life better from 2018 to now, then continue for support the same old business way they happen. But if you know say this in order to take you any side, then you need for come not even just sit down. You need to put other young people to understanding. Let una make that change. How long? You feature 9 days at risk. Let alone we talk about you young picking their future. So it don't left una. Now the decision time this don't come una cause noise anyhow for cause them for make sure say the thing will una want for let happen for una let happen. Thank you so much, Triple A. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I return the mic to you. The mic now you own sign now. Watch now the screen. The numbers in the scroll now the green section. Unless if you think so don't do well, then definitely we go left here. The chairman, you did it, sir. But you be no say you be something for clarify, you get the opportunity now. Yes, Martha. What you get for we?
Good evening, people in my family on Akushe. This Saturday, today, everything goes. I love this Saturday, but I have one request. If it is possible, But if not, at the end, can you please play that music for us? Winner, winner, winner. Winner, 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 I'm a winner. Because the salon people don't win. This parliament bill with a toss. Oh my God, that the salon people now win. So we deserve a pat on the back, you know. Honestly though, that parliamentarian where they worried about 6 people will die. Really? Because of poor health care? Or because their welfare bill? Oh my God. What about they make salon medical good so much that they not get for need for get additional money for travel abroad for go for welfare? Like when the people's IG don't run away, they don't left, we say they can't check out now abroad. What's wrong with your salon medical? Then when are the leader, the way they lead, we not trust the process na salon for utilize them. Then picking and then they go public school, then they go private school. How the public school go be better? How it go be better? Then when they talk about free quality education, why una picking are not gonna free quality education inside salon? I need more money now in our pocket for facilitate on my own selfish and the Speaker of Parliament. Salon people there. How much money he want again? He want. I mean, I say if he don't again all in property, let me seize now, and I not good enough for him. I mean, come on now. We now we are for open. Then we know say that people are where they lead we, especially this parliamentarians and this time around. If we not cool, we not vote for them. We not vote for them. Men and go back and go suffer. Even the one that when they come on a diaspora, tell me, I'm not even vote for themselves. Because the point is, they're not in a turn, they suffer, the corner, they suffer, they're not up there. They don't know it is sufferness there at all. So if they're going to salon, they don't even know how to make any rule where go make una enjoy. Because the one medically easy for them to get an hour. So how they know say the medical are not bad. They not medical. They begin to go school and salon. So I make I say, we the people of Salona, we are the winner. Now we are the winner. We deserve this music and a pat on the back. Praise God. They trust that building. So you see, the people get power. Only when we stand together, when we talk. Triple A and all the social media people, I want to thank you. I thank you for lift this topic, for scream this topic loud. I want to thank you. You don't know how happy I am today. Thank you very much for this particular opportunity and this particular bill when I just because it makes no sense. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Martha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Today, na the woman then dey. Any man will call ya, una need to talk. Let man not call ya today. Okay, Fatty, what you get for me?
Hi, Triple A, thanks so much. I actually stayed up late today because of this. A lot happened this week that we need for unpacked, but I think the silver lining to all of this, one thing we for actually acknowledge and be grateful for is the importance of technology and social media. I'm just going to put my boot in it, basically. For most of we were born in the 80s. We grew up salon. We just wonder why things are the way they are. I know some people they don't know any different. Like this is how things are. This is the standard of living, which is not okay. And I think within this bill, and thanks to social media, which we should be very grateful for, because for decades I've had my parents, they've talked about what the politicians that they do in our parliament, why the country just not go before. Firstly, one thing we don't know is Sierra Leone get money, right? Because we never thought we have this amount of money. We do not have the resources. Because for me, the lawmakers, they actually had the audacity to sit down and write something like that. Until you actually read and you look at that bill, if that therefore be don't pass, that means that we have the resources for fund that. We never thought we did, right? And also, it also don't give we a better understanding and much more transparency into why we don't want that thing. Waiting, they happy with the politicians then. Why are they there? Why are they there? What were they voted in for? And I think this kind of opened my eyes. I know they give credit to APC. I know they give credit to APC or even NGC that I was so behind. I need to give credit to none because they were each equally part of it. And then do a very timely if you because if they don't draft this for over 3 years, this is the second time with the public we've been privy to this information. That means say what only happened in the 90s when social media wasn't around, when even water, ordinary pipe borne water, we don't have it. The 90s, okay, 2000, let's say we read with because some of we were there, we were quite young, but we see the war, the 1997 and then the 1999. But what only happened throughout before social media day. So that means that all this while, this is what they've been doing. Each and every one of them, if they're okay, then passes them. Like, we're not even necessarily they are getting over 20 odd thousand, 20 odd million, because they increased it from 12 million a month, not even a year, because when they are parliamentarian and they talk about 12,000, and I'm actually disappointed in Paran because I actually started following him thinking that he's maybe the exception to the rule. No, very disappointing. We do not have the GDP, we do not have the resources, because if we do, we will take care of the basic needs. That's my frustration. And I think say with this, again, I want to talk to me because I know people that when they listen to this program with the free talk. If you born in the 80s, like we not enjoy nothing. This is 2023. If you think say this election, the reason why make we follow this election, why it's very important. I'm not a member of any political party. I don't believe in APC. I don't believe in SLPP. I do believe that we need a third force. However, this election, we send a message, and I only go do one for we were the outside the country. We not ever experience the love where the Sierra Leone gets, the joy. We experience the war. We experienced 1997. Some of who we did plan for go secondary school. We're already in secondary school year 7. 1999, we all experienced them. So even if this now you not party became, I hope so you go think, go back, go look that welfare bill, and don't talk to because we can't get the money. I'm sure say we get the money. Do the right thing. Do the right thing because we all are parents now. With picking and now this they don't go through. We see with parents and go through that same stress day. Back then in the 90s, when we they come up with the one that say how this country they say, we not be know that, but we see the pain and the anger in with parents that this we want continue for picking them, grand picking them. Because the decision this June, it's not about APC or SLPP, it's about all hands on deck. Anybody right now, it be a suitable person. Anybody will send a message. If una make that decision, therefore we will not allowed for vote. If una remove this administration, una they send a message saying that 2 term, it's not a guarantee. If you don't work, you are out. You'll be voted out, and it will keep them on their toes. Right now, APC they're desperate to go in. Let them in. I don't even like them, but let them in. Reason being, it's all hands on deck right now. Look at the ID. Donors gave them the money. Look at the ID. Let's do better, Sierra Leone. I plead between us. Let's do better. Think about Sierra Leone. We were born in that era where we born. We don't experience the war. We saw things we shouldn't have seen. We should do better. We all be the hope say this administration where they so where it comes we buy tickets and we go with family then back because we were so happy. How many of we actually dance even though we are not part of SLPP, but we wanted a change and we not get the change. Do the right thing. Thank you, AAA, as always.
Okay, thank you, Fatih. I can't begin put me charge fee. Please call one team. The phone where you call, maybe other person did it. But repeating calling, we can't hang up the person within at the line for answer you own. So just call one team and just trust the process. Say we will call you back, yeah? Please. Yes, caller. Who do they talk to, please? The UK line.
Triple sorry. Unisa Abass from London.
Unisa, you get 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, no problem. I mean, no reach than this. I just short one more. Just about this voter ID card, and then the problem. I get issued voter ID card then Western Warrior, voter ID card business no day. That money wouldn't they use for go print voter ID card? Why they nearly make that money they give all because the voter ID card is citizen and they pay for that. Why they nearly go to NCRA like that below them what that paper or that thing lower than one pass through the NIN number let them go to NCRA through that the Electoral Commission will take the information from that side. Anybody who don't reach 18 years above, automatically then print ID card for them free. So then go vote. And Salon and country will get address. Street names then they, chiefdom then they, send letter to them all. That letter will they send to you. Now you get for bring camp, the voter, the day for vote, where you vote, then take that card in your hand. Simple, then go print an salon, no need for who waste money. No money in the waste. Now waste of money. Why NCRA not go print ID card, they give the citizens them free when they are eligible for vote? In this way, they make no confusion because everybody NIN day in that country day, automatically they know your age. But because of the two political parties, then one of the main political party them, the one fraud, register underage them, then go against that thing day. Because if they're genuine, they love the country, automatically everybody go register on NCRA without 18 years. You don't know. You're not going to change your age again. Simple. But because of corruption, then it's a waste of money. This. Now, if the ID card says it costs how they call them, equivalent to $20, and make a $5 for the citizen, and let them take ID card. The government pay the rest. Me na so I see but this one a waste of money. This for go pay that money, the freight money, everything for go printer abroad, go do that. Because the ID card get all the picture the way they talk about. But somebody in another, I believe somebody in another ECSL, where then they corrupt because the past government have the voter ID card will get some errors there. Why the same error continue again? Why continue? Then permanent secretary they hand then people and they do you can so NCRA, ECSL, something they underway not good. What they need for investigate. But if they don't investigate, let them scrap this voter ID card business. Now, waste of money. Me and so thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
Phone line don't close, yeah? But you don't call me, no, but they can't, you don't want. Yes, caller, what they talk to?
Yes, Triple A, Mina Aruna Wunda at the call from New Jersey.
Yes, sir. You get 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. And I want to tell you thank you for this wonderful topic this night. And first of all, I just get a few concerns like ECSL, they tell we say now because of expenditure, because of money, they want come with this PRA system because they no one go to spend money per bylaws, they for conduct bylaws, then it cost them. Sorry, by election, it cost a lot of money. And so then one go wonder why then ECSL go spend $10 million for go print ID cards in other countries where like Sierra Leone they print driving license, where they print social security cards, where they print national ID cards with the same standard, and even some jobs them country in another country they print more standard ID cards them. So waiting different from the voter ID cards where they go in other country for go print them. And then make other concern at that. We don't grow as a nation. We didn't have the cyber age now. And so why they not go register somebody one time and put in the system? And so we go do it for, permanent. And that anytime when you want for vote, they just go with your national ID card, they verify your information. They make sure say, yeah, this person information this before you vote. And then every election cycle, they just update your information. And then they go register the new voters there for the first time. Instead of every year,
we did for that colonial system there. Every year we come, we dey go for print, waste money for print voter ID cards. We get national ID card in the country again, and we get other form of identity. We like passports that we use down there for even go to a polling booth for vote and verify information that every year will come. We dey waste millions of dollars for voter ID cards, like 3-4 elections, 4 different voter ID cards. So why we not go make a centralized system where you go put all the information? Somebody reach 18 years, you register. Just go like the system now for go to update the information. But like I don't see the point actually for waste $10 million. We at this time where everything in the country they up the roof. So that's not my own concern. I'm not my own contribution. AAA. Thank you so much for the time you give me.
Thank you very much, Kola. I say if you don't call we they call you back. And we'll call you back, you know, answer now one chance. Yes, caller, what would they talk to?
Simple, good evening. This now Aruna Davis, you talk to.
Yes, Aruna, you get 5 minutes.
Okay, quick one. Make us start with the Speaker of Parliament. We all therefore expect this from the Speaker and the Member of Parliament because Kriyoman can say the right foot and the back foot the falla. The President on travel 1 year in Padem where the President gets now 50 billion leons. Simply, some of it you get a very big platform. I will wish like some of them things that you do investigation, then you can discuss them. 1 year, the President in Padem billion. If we don't see the President, they get same kind of money, then they see. Then they make laws, now they defend her. What do you expect? They serve them for protect themselves. Then I must send the President on travel. For me, don't take power. We all they see people that they talk, tell you say they continue for fly. I just surprised no more why you know they fly again because we election not come. Because we tell them say them back talk they give you tell them for carry they stop, but if you see no man play, say they continue for fly, but they wish it continue for fly that was there. That's my first take. And then my second take, I hear people that they talk about this national agenda. I remember why I be this alone. I'll be fortunate to go to a giveaway in office because if you get some people, lawyers that we didn't just call to the bar, like I be engaged some of them that could they discuss. I tell them say with Salon we need agenda, the People's Manifesto. We get for prioritize. You know they can not politicians they can give you their own manifesto. Probably the manifesto need to work for we. I just give it like an instance, like Tumbo. We all see Tumbo community. We know saying a fishing independent. How would they able preserve the fish? Would them come fishing? How would they able preserve the fish? Because some of them people wouldn't preserve the fish. They will pay for them picking them school fee. They will buy books for them. If you make their life better, like find ways wouldn't able to preserve the fish, that is what they need. With that way empower them that kind of way, then we will look after them picking them. But then they can't force them say free education, everything now are they pay for a picking. How much do they pay for one picking? They picking me they go and watch. I be throughout the year, 75,000, 105,000 now they pay for that. The one whole year. So if you can't tell me say I don't take that board and then I one whole year they pay 105,000. I'm not able to pay an old school. Come where they able to pay and just create the livelihood that can make reference to Tumbo. You get other places the way they need road. Give them road access, they make farm where they can't sell their goods. They will pay for them because they will do more than what you say they do for them. But because we need to prioritize the issues, them we just they cannot impose things on people. They say now this are they can do. Anything church now, free education. This is the problem with we. These are the problem. Then triple I want to bring back your attention. Just like how they say, so you get a very big platform. I've been listening to one sister programs where they talk about this Auditor General in suspension, the judges and the 3 judges the way they sit. People will they cry, this government they cry, say APC don't wreck the economy bill on life support. How can you pay a judge 3 judge they pay each one 60 million leons for this tribunal we set for the former Auditor General with it. How you they go pay them? I feel na contract for them whenever they sit. Then get money where they're entitled to. But how you go put them on a monthly salary where people are going to be shocking for no almost 10 people that don't sit. And how long up to now for when they set up that commission where then people are then judge there they get salary? How far they don't go that case day? Why we so wicked? They cry say things are very difficult. Would they put some on the global? Then the thing they do to we self, nine they kill the economy. How you go pay 3 judges? Each judge they pay 60 million bloody leons for a month. How many times they don't sit for the this commission? How many times? People are big. I want to make you do an investigation, please. I truly expect this platform. You get a very big platform. Do investigation. Make come up with anything that probably when you talk with them, if you say win a party picking, make you see how many. Then make you know from the time when they don't set up this commission of inquiry, where they pay them. Make you know how much millions they don't pay them people and they waiting at the matter up to now. No side waiting they don't do. They don't know waiting at the outcome. Whose benefits with the people then go get. Then we come to this ID card. This ID card in terrible. This are the ACC commissioner where they all over the place. Where it's so powerful evidence they in America. It get time for investigate there and get evidence. They then as alone we don't see the rest saga for them school picking there. They say able do the investigation. How if you want a judge alone, this enough of trial by jurors, blah blah blah. That's what that case they die. But this way it gets political undertone. You fly people in from Salon, fly them kind of New York. This is the way people then they talk. They say now politics talk, but this is ridiculous, though. Fly people in. When I Salon with the evidence, everything in na ground, not able to do nothing. And so that case they left done. Then this now they sit over every day. The way Madonna said no. When people they say now which one done, they look at and say no, not to which one. It's terrible, my brother. I agree with some contributor callers that they talk about China. I don't understand when they want me China do again. Waiting China for do. Make China said they na parliament where it talk them they beat some policeman they can't beat like how they do the other people. It can't work like that. It can work like that, people. It can work like that. So me own take them and no more do a AAA. Then 2 things that do for me the investigation that may come back. When you get a bigger platform, probably you're able to enlighten me more for me to know exactly this commission of inquiry tribunal when says for this former auditor general, make you know exactly the judges there, how much do they pay them. From that 10 days to this people you go marvel if you know exactly which are the I not say you must do it for this platform. You must do the inquiry. Then inquire the president from the time we don't travel. How much per them? How much money they get for 1 year? Then lastly, the auditor general reports. No, not audit the office of the president, the vice president, the first lady. They use public money. They use taxpayers' money. What you get to understand to the minister, Manswari, he said because. It not be happening at the previous regime. So I'm not able to understand because they happen at the previous regime. One way we don't tell una first, we don't get an investigation or the general report. We tell you say the president forge in office, then forge receipts. The president will come out tough. When they say this president tough, who say it's tough? You will come out and pull the people and name them and shame them. May they not say yes, you need to condone corruption. I don't get how they say this president and this, that. Why people they deceive Sarah Luna? Which wicked we wicked to receive so? Would they see the actual fact? Then careful I tell you say some other people they go they go spend and then there's the holiday that was Christmas. Then go then be embarrassed for Christmas. Blah. Nothing has been done. Nothing. We tell I go tell you say at the beginning investigate from Sianyamako Madden Tem. I almost thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, caller. Our last caller that one day for today. I don't think so. Anybody call again? Our last caller that day. We'll call the chairman himself. Chelsea Unadede. Well, Israel Papa, quick one, sir.
Yes, sir.
For 3 minutes, what you get for me?
Yes.
Big for can late. My voice if not too good. I had to follow you up all this time. And the lateness where I go can I get chance. I mean, I'm very impressed, and I tell you thank you with all the other social media people who put pressure with this parliament. Now, two small thing I want for just to comment. Well, probably three. You don't see me post to you. I sure say you don't see me post to you, but somewhere in commentary about we go make the country ungovernable. I'll come back to that. This business of withdrawal of this welfare bill with them put a better way than get sense. And if you watch properly, now the deputy speaker now he puts the motion for withdrawal backed by the SLPP leader. I mean, yes, Numa. It is that is the my way involved in the fake degree as well. I mean that's not the case. If you check your mind back, JJ Safa been do this or something again with the no one for be accountable. We want to give the president's power for draw money so you know nobody no ask and question. This is the same kind of thing on this welfare bill. It is hypocritical for that MP we talk about say a welfare of them people that we been die. One of the men that we died, the parliamentary we died. I mean, my personal friend Samuel Panda. That man didn't delay and say for make approval for a money self. You know, it will, the poor man died. Now me call him Gaba school man. Now me Gaba school friend. Now we younger to me, far younger to me, but in fact I think he meet me on the school say before me to be part. You see, a better way than get sense. Less than 2 weeks to the dissolution of parliament. So whatever decision they would have taken, it's not going to benefit this group. Because I mean, the person okay go benefit if it been passed, but now more so much for the future of other parliamentarians who will come in. You see, Parliament not only like a first time again. Abass want to get this administrative technique, administrative experience. He worked in a Commonwealth Institute there. He was head of administration, I think, I mean, communications director or something like that, and he more with a constitutional background. So he don't use for the make committees. This parliament, different from the other parliament that we debates to take place from from the bill to the end. Here, what they don't do, including KKY, involved and use KKY as a campaign. Because when he talks, so he put all the fine words, Bella, we don't bell people and then go take. They make everything into small committees. Now, inside the committee, then they go make the discussion. And then they make the plan. So when they bring this thing come out finally for finalize the committee don't make the decision. When this committee all man don't agree, you will see a token of the opposition and go inside the committee. They sometimes it may even become bad. It take opposition member make a chairman of the committee. The one we then do will be find that like with a young man alumni which is Tawa being be finance meeting, we then dominate them. So by the time we then they done the committee inside parliament for come finalizing, nothing the parliamentarians scheme. No, not make people they blame that parliamentarians, they don't talk. They cannot talk because it's not finalized. They don't finalize in a management now which is called critical management technique. Then the Abass want to use that administrative technique implement sorry. I can't say cold. The plantam, now he take plantam na parliament. He use them like we in the one students union na ya, the England na ya. We all have been students. He was president of the students union and president of the APC. And he dominated so much that now he killed the students union na ya. This one when Frank Carbo when Attorney General, he reached a term that Frank Carbo almost don't qualify for being as a lawyer. Who within a student union, you nearly take Abass to court for a 14,000 pound disappear at the student union account, will kill the students union, national students union as England. Now bring all the small organization of schools organization that he can develop now. He kill him before he can go to Pashaki say make he can go now, then go get ordinary seats na Poloko for start unopposed. We drive and virtually pull up the party. We make it team committee before eventually I become the party president in 82. We go on back then go get on opposite. So you don't use this kind of technique. When Uganda gets into trouble, like in go there, then go there go for central constitution. He get the constitutional law background that you also get this administrative background now, Commonwealth Office. So you don't use that. Now that technique that they Abass use is on this parallel. This is why you see them in the force for make it be because to the extent them big APC MP there. Not forget say Abass will not be APC. Now be APC MP. When you come you go make your own party get less than 3% vote in 2002. Then he come back now. Then the guy got finish an SLDP. So so then what would they talk say all the parliamentarian talk? I saw for like at the end of boy Brian and all the talk. The parliamentarian talk. They cannot because everything has been made into a committee. The critical management position, technique and the use. So the people cannot answer that. Now I left that side there now. Everybody don't withdraw. I'm impressed with that young lady where phone you. When I make me for call you. We say in born in the 80s, they take things for granted because that's what things is right. Which in go do, what they don't pick in and go do. That discussion they now intrigue me for make at all. Because the poor lady, you see, he not support APC, he not support APC, but he call for a change of government. If this government not change, this is even worse past with 67 term. What's in the go on now? It was past 1967 when maybe the job treat, which is APC Youth League. It was past 67 where Albert Mugabe the cost Mami cost the Papa Pikine. Now this one it was past. Because when I'm fellow we talk to you about per diem, well, if you calculate president in per diem with this SLPP government, this Papa government, including Numa, and the one we go see now ECOWAS calling himself ECOWAS speaker. That one in a crook. I've been all right to ACC, which it took ECSL another one. We use NCR when I knock money, which is NCR money, go build library. Then in be the contractor for building the same library where you say he take the money for. These people are crooks. They use the loopholes in the law, make all the crooked things look legal. This is what they do. There's so much ACC Ben Kalfala will overlook. So many things he deliberate. In fact, when this case, this parliament, he should be charged for fraud because he's a fraud. He is a fraud in the very Ben Kalfala. He's a fraud because he misused the office. He's a fraud because there are things and the way he deliberately set in Yaipad, set off in Yaipad, where it will for take place. Well, look for this ID card. I just read Dr. Idris say this ID card now that lady bill, which is which bill in print. I don't know about that, but it don't look like any. But it's like when you use laminate or machine, you print on a computer. Someone face no day. What is the use of this ID card? I think in England they go vote with. I don't even take ID card. I work go no more than they get your address, you get your card. The card say what they can say we say for confirm, say for go vote. Sometimes you forget I go no more we name the take your name. What's all this about ID card and waste millions and millions and millions of pounds? You buy the people there for go register, you buy the people there for go confirm, you buy the people there for go take ID card, you buy what's carrying about trouble this? We don't ever know this as a Leone. We never know this kind of buy for vote. This is not even they say don't pass mark. The last thing I want for comment from you before I go, luckily I lay up this net. The last thing I want to talk about. Now this talk where I see you the interview Dr. Samora about this word about says Dr. Samora say it will make the country ungovernable. Dr. Samora never ever used those words making the country ungovernable. I've been to watch that interview day. Now the 2018 first round election, Dr. Samora and Usman Yassane and Dr. Samora and Mama then come out. I think that was I don't know what's that in tongue name. They come out Kamakriye anyway. Some voting will take place now Kamakriye, where some people can report to Yassane, say some illiterate people then they defranchise them the way where for put their finger, they not get then they void their votes. So this AYV, now one AYV boy, young boy, be the interview there. Now short impromptu interview where you pass, he meets the man at junction, he ask a question. I remember the question, Dr. Yansane, be where one felt at. I remember the light shot he wears. I saw that interview. Let them find that interview in the AYV. You go see what Dr. Somo actually said. He never said ungovernable. The words will come close to what he say, all kind trouble. Which meaning I think he was referring to going to court and all kind action we could take, an action that he would use. Not to ungovernable. Now Keke Thomas Sandy. Keke Tom, I noticed that Keke Tom and I name him. Now in go na AYV, the interview by that young lady, the slim girl, Stella Bangura. That was the first time I had Keke Thomas Sandy when Bangura, the questioner, when he talked about, say Samoa say, you use this word, it go cause trouble. But not so Keke Thomas Sandy talk the word say ungovernable. Now Rado Soare, when he go na 98.1, I'm not too sure if Nabi Isa James be the interview on that lady Khadija or the other lady Kalon. One of them sharp girl and they now they mean ask a question. Now they Soare you say Dr. Samuel will make the country ungovernable. Then Keketoma pick up that word now. Standing on a podium with him, he gets one thing where state be make. He talk about ungovernable. Now, that word they begin spread was ungovernable. Ungovernable was never used by Dr. Samora. Let them coach me and let them fend that interview day. Now, young boy be the interview Dr. Samora in an impromptu interview on the day of the election 2018. 2018, the very first round. That was it. I saw that. In fact, I've been taped that thing. Unfortunately, I'm able to fend up because I get so much I've deleted on my phone. It be there. But I sure say AYV go fend up. That Boba we left from AYV, we're going to State House. He was part of that interview with Stella Bangura. I saw that thing. So let them left for lie. You interviewed Dr. Samora about that particular issue. I saw it. That is why I wrote that. You self-investigate that, find that interview there. You will tell me back, say, let me put this to bed. Dr. Samora never talked about making the country ungovernable. Now, Soare coined that phrase there. Now, the lying disinformation minister. Now, he coined that phrase, they say, Dr. Samara has to go make the country ungovernable. Not so Keketoma. Keketoma talk about troubles. He say he go cause all kind of troubles. That is why now that intake good at AYV. Take them from me, and anybody let them challenge me. We go fend that interview day. It don't pass mark. That's what I want to tell you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Wait till I see now. And finally, I want to appeal to all man. Whether you come out south, east or north, if you not be SLPP, you see how they don't destroy the SLPP. This government for go. If this government not go on the 24th of June, then Sierra Leone will be finished. It's time. It no matter if whether it be APC or SLPP, this government must go. That's just what I want to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Adrian.
Thank you.
Yeah. All I want to do the campaign, when I get for campaign fee. Soon as possible, you say this government, they get buzz. PAM, you want campaign? P. Because campaign. All right. I talk and safu. Now I go get the buzz and I will go understand. But I also go end this weekend. Yeah. We'll go there back on Monday. But on Sunday, we go join AYV. AYV on Sunday. Then any kind of thing will happen along the road. Make sure you rest. People need them. Trust me. But yourself make sure you rest. And we'll meet up here back on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend.